Hey, what's up guys? Matt here with Fix Anything Save Money. Today we are going to be showing you how to replace the carburetor on this Echo PB 580 backpack blower. So I think this goes for the 580, this is the actual 580T, but they all should be very, very similar. So we're just going to be walking you through the steps, showing you how to replace the carburetor on this backpack blower. And yeah, guys, we'll dive right into it. It's not that difficult to do. So if your blower either isn't turning on or it's running really, really rough, or it turns on, won't stay on, you have a low idle speed, any of those kind of issues lead to probably a faulty or dirty carburetor. So we're just going to be completely replacing this carburetor with one from a company called Hypa. And we're going to be using their carburetor / tune-up kit, I guess you could call it. So they have a whole bunch of stuff in this kit for really, really great price. So we'll go through everything that comes in this kit, and then we'll show you the replacement. Now, I'm not going to do an actual tune-up on this right now. We're just going to be focusing strictly on the carburetor. But we'll show you really quick. You get a new air filter in this kit, you get a new spark plug, you get fuel lines, and then you get your carburetor gaskets, which we are going to use, so we'll take those out. You get a breather, a little grommet, and then your fuel filter, and then they even give you another priming bulb. So we're not going to be using all of this. They actually give you two priming bulbs. There's one in the corner here. So we're not going to be showing you how to replace everything on here. That's going to be a separate video where I show you how to tune this machine up. So I'm going to be making that video pretty much right after this one. And then I'm also going to be making a separate video just on a demonstration walkthrough of this blower. But like I said, this is going to be strictly the carburetor replacement. So we'll dive right in. Enough talking. The tools we're going to need are a T25 driver, a bigger flathead I like to have, and then a smaller flathead just for removing the fuel lines. So we'll show you real quick. We're just going to turn this way. Okay, so this is what we need to access. This is the air box. So all we're going to do is remove this screw and this one. We're going to remove these two plastic screws, remove this cover, housing, whatever you want to call it. Okay, and that's going to expose the air filter. So we'll set this off to the side. Just take note of which way that goes on. So we're going to remove the air filter. And what that's going to do is allow us to access these two bolts right here. These are our T25 bolts. So we'll just take our T25 driver. Oh. We'll just take our T25 driver and we're going to loosen those, rotating them counterclockwise. And be careful when you're removing these because everything is going to want to fall out. So I like to just kind of loosen them a little bit at a time, hold this cover in place. Let me get some light in there. I just blocked my lamp here. So we're going to remove these and then we're going to show you what we're working with. Because if you're watching this video, you might have already taken it apart, but you're trying to figure out how to put it back together. Okay, so we're going to remove this cover and we're going to keep. Okay, so now these bolts are loose and you can see it all wants to come out as one. You might have things get stuck in place. So there's how that first gasket goes. The replacement gasket is smaller than this one, but it does fit over the back of this carburetor. So we're going to put this gasket off to the side. And then we have our carburetor. We're going to take that out from the bolts. Okay, so we have our carburetor. with our fuel lines hooked up and our throttle cable. There's the linkage for our throttle cable right here, and we'll show you that more in depth. And then if you flip this air box over, here's another gasket right here. So I like to just keep this all together in place. Just set it off to the side, on its side. Okay, let me come back around. Okay, so now we have our carburetor exposed, and just take note of the way the carburetor is. The priming bulb is facing down on this one. Here's our idle screw. Okay. Here's our two adjustments for our high and our low setting. And now what we're going to want to do is remove these fuel lines first. So you can see this one right here has this little clamp on it. So you're just going to squeeze these two prongs and just kind of move it down off of the nozzle, just down to there. And then this is where a flathead comes into play. You're just going to want to push your fuel line off. Be careful you don't stab yourself when you're doing that. You might be able to use a smaller screwdriver just to break that seal. This is honestly the hardest part of the whole thing, because these fuel lines can get really, really stuck on there. So using a really tiny flathead works really well. So you can see that just popped off. And you just want to inspect your fuel lines, make sure, you know, they're not dry rotted, you know, they're not leaking anywhere, because they do offer, you know, this kit does come with fuel lines that you could cut and fit into place. Okay, so we have the first line off. This one doesn't have a clamp. We could just take our tiny little flathead and just get it behind the fuel line and just kind of pry it up. And once you break that seal, generally you could just pull it right off. Okay. And now we could go ahead and just rotate this linkage off. So you can see how it is. There's just a hook right there for the throttle cable. Okay, so now we have this off. Now if you have a tank full of fuel and your carburetor's full of fuel, you know, obviously when you take these lines off, fuel is going to spill everywhere. What I recommend doing, I should have said this earlier, but empty your fuel out, and then, you know, while your carburetor is still hooked up, just press your priming bulb and dump all the fuel out of your lines. It'll go back into the tank, and then just empty the tank one more time, and then that way you'd know that, you know, there's no fuel in your carburetor and there's no fuel in your tank. But we're working with, you know, we haven't put any gas in this yet, so we don't need to worry about that. So here's our old one, and here's our new one. Okay. So now we're going to just do the exact same steps. And just take note, I get a lot of questions on my carb videos about, you know, which line goes to which. So just take note of this step, because, you know, I don't want anyone being confused. So there, this yellow line is going to go right up to here. And we're just going to push that into place. And then the white line is going to go around the nozzle here. And then we're just going to take our clamp, slide it up over the nozzle, just so it's fitting snug on the line and on the nozzle. Okay, and now we can go ahead and hook up our linkage, our throttle cable, and I'll try to do that where you could see it. So you're just gonna kind of want to hook it around. Like that. Okay. So that's what that looks like. And then what you could do, just kind of hold this in place, and then just take your trigger here and just, you know, give it a little test to make sure it's not hanging up on anything. We know we're good there. Okay. So now all we have to do is get this all back together. And we're going to be using the new gaskets. So we're going to take this old gasket off. And then we're going to be using the new ones. So we're going to be putting this one right over these bolts right like that. And then we're just going to kind of take this, put it into our 2 holes in our carburetor, just like that. Okay, so now we have our bolts sticking out. And then I like to take this gasket, put it over these right here, and then this hole right here, I'll point to it with the screwdriver. This hole and this hole is what we're shooting for with our bolts. And doing it this way just kind of keeps everything together. You know, if you try to put the gasket on here and then fit things in, it's kind of a pain. This is the easiest way to do it, in my opinion. So we're just going to line these up. Okay, and then just kind of wiggle it into place. And then we're just going to hand tighten these bolts down. Okay, so now that we have everything started, we know that the bolts are going through all of our gaskets, going through our carburetor. We can go ahead and tighten this. And I apologize if the lighting isn't the greatest. Okay, so now we have that all in place. Now we could go ahead and put our new air filter in. Okay, air filter's in. Now we could get our cover, put that on. Just take note of the way that goes on. This ribbed piece sits on the bottom, and that just slides over. Tighten the top and the bottom. And yeah, guys, that pretty much sums up this video on how to replace the carburetor on this Echo PB 580T or 580. If you guys have any questions at all, be sure to reach out in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And like I said, I got this from a company called Hypa. So be sure to check out their website. They offer a bunch of small engine carburetor parts for, you know, backpack blowers, regular blowers, weed whackers, you know, mowers. So they have even snow blowers. They have a whole bunch of parts for your small engines. So be sure to check them out. And yeah, guys, be sure to reach out with any questions. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And if this video helped you out, be sure to give it a like and be sure to subscribe to the channel. Check out all my other tool and DIY videos. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.